Good afternoon. This is Ruby Powers with Powers Law Group, and I'm just here to give you a weekly update of what's happened in the news with immigration. It is April 27, 2018, approximately 12:35 p.m. Central Time. So let's get started. In a really good news, we did talk on Wednesday, but we want to remind you that we're very excited. We won an asylum case in court at Port Isabel. Our client is from Angola, and he was released on Tuesday night and was able to come visit our office, even though he traveled all the way from the border. And on Wednesday, we were so happy to see him reunited with his wife and 4 children, and we celebrated his birthday here at Powers Law Group, and it was a very wonderful time, and reminds us all the work we do and why it's important to individual lives for like our clients, just like you or someone else. So we're very grateful that he's reunited and we had that win. I want to say happy Administrative Professionals Day this week as well. And yesterday was Michelle Strickland, one of our attorneys, who helps with employment and family immigration, her birthday. So we're happy birthday shout out to her as well. Well, I'm going to get into the news in a second, but I just want to let you know, if you have any questions, you can give us a call at 713-589-2085. You can also put in a question in our Facebook Live box or email us at contact@rubypowerslaw.com, which you can see right there. Also, right now, we sent 2 of our staff to San Antonio last week for the AILA conference, and they came back with lots of great information. And one of our law clerks is at Kansas City for a conference right now on removal. So lots happening this week. So in the very exciting news, we are opening a new office today. Actually is the first day that it's going to be open, sort of like a soft opening, but we will be this weekend doing mini consultations on April 28th and 29th from around 11 to 3. You can find out more on all our social media, but basically we'll be located at 2 University Plaza, Suite 100 in Hackensack, New Jersey. Hackensack, New Jersey is in northern New Jersey. It's really close to Newark. It's very close to, it's about 30 minutes away from the Newark Immigration Court, the Asylum Office, and the USCIS office. And the Newark Asylum Office covers a lot of different states over there, including, well, anyway, that's part of the reason why we wanted to help people all over the United States, be closer to some of our clients on the East Coast. And so Mustafa Chetin, he will be staffed in our New Jersey office, and you will be learning more about him, but he's already on our website. You can find it at powerslawgroup.com. So our number there is 201-210-8240. We're really excited, and you'll be hearing more about that. Okay, on to immigration type of stuff. All right. Okay. In immigration court in the Houston area, there's about 40,000 or so cases that have been pending and were scheduled into the future. And only since late March, I believe, in like the last month or so, they've had a lot of rescheduling for cases that are about 5 years old or older. And those cases have been scheduled this week and the next 2 weeks with 3 visiting judges from Miami. Now, what happens is when you have an attorney and they have their name on your case, then the court will send that notice to the attorney. They will not send it to you as well. You always can call the 1-800 number, the EOIR 1-800 number, put your A number in to find out when your hearing is. So basically, if you know somebody you know had a hearing in 2019, you thought this sounds like, basically, regardless, you should call the 1-800 number if you are in removal proceedings. Call your attorney or your last attorney you had, and make sure that you do know the exact date that you have for your hearing, because it might have been moved up. And what we're seeing is that the attorney might not have gotten the notice. The address might have changed, not been connected in the system. And so if the attorney doesn't get notice and the attorney can't reach you, then you might be missing the hearing, and you might get an in absentia order. So please, this is happening right now in the Houston area. Please make sure that if you have been in court and you had a date sometime in the future, that you call your 1-800 number, call your attorney look into that, because just because you didn't get a notice by mail doesn't mean your attorney didn't get a notice, or maybe you are being told, but you might not know that you're told to go. So this is happening right now. The other news, which we mentioned on Wednesday because it happened Tuesday night, is that DACA might be coming back. We're super excited. So a federal judge said that there wasn't really good reason why DHS got rid of DACA. So he said in about 90 days from that decision, which was Tuesday night, if the Department of Homeland Security can't explain why they got rid of DACA, then it's going to go back in full swing. So that means new applications will be able to apply, and potentially the whole thing, including advanced paroles. So right now we wait, but if this is favorable to the immigrant, which we are hoping so, then you should get prepared. If you missed the opportunity before to apply for DACA, get your documents ready. Go talk to an immigration attorney. Get ready so that if this is a go in about another 80 plus days, then you can just apply immediately. And just to let you know, renewals are being accepted. They're being accepted earlier than the 150 days, and we've been seeing them approved in about a month. So we'll hope that that keeps going. All right, well, interesting news. On April 10th, the DOJ said they were going to get rid of the legal orientation program, which is this program for all the people who don't have an attorney in detention facilities and immigration court. And then there was a hearing on April 18th with the Senate hearing, and then they said, well, why are you getting rid of this program? They're like, oh, they didn't really have a good reason. And then there was a lot of backlash, including some articles that even I was quoted in this week on Texas Monthly on Monday. Successful immigration program to end April 30th. So it was announced April 10th, and it was supposed to end only 20 days later with very little notice. So I was quoted in the Texas Monthly regarding this program and how important this program was. It helps people have some type of knowledge of what their options are, and it helps the judges as well because it can speed up their docket. People are more informed and aware. So Wednesday, we found out that Sessions reverses the controversial decision to shut down the program, and it's going to stay. They're going to audit it or observe it or analyze it while the program stays in force. So that's great. That was a scare there, but we do have that program. Oh, then, and also related to that, I was quoted in the Houston Chronicle on an editorial this week about the need for this legal orientation program. So it was very, very quick, everything from my trip to DC when I learned more about that Senate hearing, and then we learned also while we were traveling the legal orientation program was going to potentially end. But I'm quoted in the Houston Chronicle about this week about the Angola asylum case that we won on Monday, and so we're very happy that the program is back in place and our client is out. All right. Well, in the not so good news section, I just got notice. I guess it came out a day or so ago. But the 9,000 Nepalis that have TPS, temporary protected status, should be aware that DHS is preparing to cancel the program. So back in 2009, 2010, I did a lot of asylum from Nepal, and then later on there was a horrible earthquake, and soon after that, the earthquake was in 2015, they opened up TPS for Nepalis. And so there's only 9,000, but that's still a lot of people. They're saying that they'll be announcing it soon, but they could, it might only be extended to June 24, 2019. So basically, if you or someone you know has Nepali TPS, you should definitely have a consultation with an attorney to see maybe you're eligible for something else. Maybe you could get the advanced parole. Maybe you could have this time to switch to something else where you're not accruing unlawful presence. So Nepali TPS could be probably going away by June 2019. So that's not very far away. That's about a year. All All right, and the other news was the Washington Post, Forbes, about the U.S. lays out a far-reaching anti-immigration agenda, and it basically talks about how the government is planning on making. There was an April 4th USCIS letter, and it lists some restrictions the agency plans to impose. So it plans to make it more difficult for high-skilled individuals to qualify for the H-1B. They're planning to revise the definition of specialty occupation and to increase focus on obtaining the best and the brightest foreign nationals via the H-1B, to revise definition of employment and employee-employer relationship to better protect U.S. workers and wages. Another point is they want to prevent H-1B spouses, as it seems to be working out, is primarily women from India from working in the United States, because under President Obama, H-4 recipients who had a pending labor cert process pending were certain people, let's just say certain restrictions, were allowed to have work authorization. But now they're proposing rules to supersede or revise previous rules and guidance, basically get rid of that. But not yet, but there's that threat, and we've heard about that for quite so many months. And then the other thing is that the International Entrepreneurial Rule, IER, was announced by President Obama a little bit before his term was over. It was supposed to take place in June 2017, but it was put on hold, and then there was litigation, and basically they say that the government says they're drafting a proposed rule to remove the International Entrepreneurial Rule due to the court order which invalidated the delay. The rule is currently in effect, but we haven't approved any parole requests at this time. So it exists, but they haven't approved anybody. So it's almost like it doesn't exist. In getting into the conclusion, I will be traveling to New Jersey in just a couple of hours. And I had court earlier this morning. So, when we do Facebook Live on Friday, it's because we're squeezing it in between something else we've got going on, and we're just trying to do our best to give you the information we have. But I am often at conferences or traveling. We're here trying to, I think we all need to work together to share information. And we're here at Powers Law Group to give you the best information that we know. And there's lots of changes going on, but that's basically what makes us, unique, is that we're really trying to give you that information and share that with you. So give us a call if you want to, at 713-589-2085. We are opening up in Hackensack today, New Jersey. It's a little bit colder up there than sunny Houston right now, but I will be there soon. If you have any questions, give us a call, and have a great weekend. This is Ruby with Powers Law Group.